Hello and welcome again to Stocks Advisor channel. In today's episode, we will talk about a company with small market capitalization, which is Acasti Pharma, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name ACST. And the company is actually of market capitalization of about 62 millions. It's not usually we do that small market capitalization companies analysis, but very interesting situation here is that it did return to its before September drops levels of about 0.75, and it was indeed a very significant growth from actually something about 0.15 and going to almost 0.85 during 2.5 months. And of course, now the question is what's next and how we can trade here, because this gap that was formed in September is now completely filled. And we see today red candle with some significant upwards and downward shadows here. And also yesterday there was, well, previous trading session, there was a big step up, but the candle, though it was white, was with enormously high, almost 3 times bigger than the body of the candle, upward shadow, which is very bearish momentum. And indeed it worked today with the red candle, but still it was not that bad actually, because you can see the price didn't really fall. So this means there is still probably some power to maybe recharge, but we need to think on how to enter, how to play here, because this is really a fast play situation, and of course everything goes very accelerative. And to understand this, let's do a quick analysis here. So as always, at our daily chart we have 3 moving averages depicted, this 3 colorful line. Here on the left you see their legends. These are moving average 20, 50 and 200 being green, blue and red line correspondingly. So what do we see from those? We can see that indeed momentarily all 3 moving averages are going up, and especially moving average 20, this green line, and the blue line moving average 50, they're going upwards with acceleration, meaning that they are not just pointing up, but their second derivative is much higher than 0. So it's an accelerative move. But on the other hand, what is important to remember here, that we are MACD wise already kind of making a second upwards wave. So we topped on the second wave, and usually when you have a topping of the wave MACD wise, it means that you need to do either a serious correction or a small correction to go maybe the third wave. This is quite a standard situation, although of course we need to appreciate possibility to really go negative zone and then go up. So these both options we will discuss now, how to trade in both cases. But again, momentarily it's still very bullish and still holding quite well within also yesterday's levels, and it didn't pierce the day before yesterday support level that was formed just a little bit higher than 0.6, and it actually bounced from it. So this is very nice indication. This is very long-term historical support line, and it worked indeed today. And of course now the question, will it really hold further this S1 line, or will it be pierced? But first, of course, of all, what we need to understand that this is very fast moving, very volatile stock. So of course it's also very small capitalization. This is normal, and the way it's growing, so at the beginning from November when it started to grow, it was kind of with very volatile but forming kind of a classical wave. And after the classical recharge from being between moving average 20s and 50s, it started making so-called U shapes with step up. So we had one U shape, then we do another smaller, and then again we jump up, and looks like we're trying to do another U shape. At least we can play expecting this behavior, and if it's not going to happen, then we can of course average down further for a restart. But here you should be very careful, not too greedy, not too waiting too much, because this is a stock of being very volatile. So at very volatile stocks, it's most about controlling your own emotions. Actually, you are kind of fighting against yourself. And in that sense, let's do a quick analysis. So first of all, what could happen? We could still pierce further downwards tomorrow, because there is still there are some levels for let's say kind of volatility and support. And of course, if you look in this level, this is a very strong level of volatility here that starts just about 0.55, and of course then moving average 200 works itself. So let's call this line V1. Moving average 200, the red line also works itself as support level, because indeed it worked as support level 4 trading session ago. You see this dark candle here. So what would be advised to enter first? It's actually within this channel, although it's quite high, you can say in a sense that it's almost 15% in price volatility. But yeah, you can slowly enter here, and though it's 15% in price volatility, since it's a very small market capitalization company, the prices can go really up and down. One of the good things, although there was decline of the price today, but the volume was not that high, and this is important because it's not comparable to previous volumes on the jumps, meaning that it was no decline, so people still hold the stock overall, and they hope for the third wave that we were just discussing here on MACD, so hoping for next jump. Similarly, maybe they hope that we will do a small dive in with RSI wise and then go higher for really enormous overbought area, which usually can be happening with this for these really strong moves. But again, we need to be prepared for some average down. So this would be the first point to enter. And of course, should we decline further with the price, then we really need to hold tight, because there are some serious levels and serious volatility could be taking place. And of course, next level then would be this support line, which worked previously as support level, and of course anything below there, also very broad levels again. And why this level is very nice, because it's not only the level based on classical support lines, let's call them S2 and S3, but also moving average 20 is inside, so it will work as additional support. So this would be the second entry opportunity. And then should we really decline further, it's better to wait. And here these entry positions are quite broad, we discussed, because this is again very volatile stock. So you can decide for yourself, either you enter in the center of these levels or maybe higher, lower, but it's just a matter of fact. And once you decide something, just keep it there. And again, should we really deeply decline on some spike, downward spike move, this is going to happen, then we really need to be prepared for some serious, very strong support level. And of course, it's better to wait longer and be very safe in that sense. And of course, then it would be advised to wait until this level, which is very strong and classical support level here. And then it's also a bit lower than moving average 50, so it will be very strong if we go there. Not expected at all, but still might be. S4, S5 lines, this would be the final entry here to average down. And again, here it's advised to play a little bit safer, so only 4 portions to play. And strategy would be 1, 1, 2, meaning it's more defensive, because when we advise 5 portions to play an average down, it's more like aggressive, hoping more for elevation of the price. Here we need to be really prepared to prevent possible losses, again because of market capitalization and volatility nature of the stock. So it's 4 portions to play. You split in 4 portions, you buy with 1 portion, you average down again with 1 portion, and then second time you average down with 2 portions according to the entry positions described here with dark circles. This way it would be best optimization to prevent losses, but also for making profit as well. And again, asking of the profit, you see here volatilities are really high, so you can jump easily above 20% a day. So let's say 15%, up to 15% is more than enough. Don't be too greedy. As you can see, these huge huge downwards shadows we have. So it means that price can be really going up, but then also can decline. So if you see this grow up, don't hope for super profits. Exit, be smart. Try it, let's say, multiple times, many times. There are also other stocks discussed at our channel, so you can always find something else, something interesting opportunity, rather than trying to become rich from one trade. Usually this is not possible and kind of a recipe for disaster. And of course, also do not forget of kind of line formed, kind of a resist level, you can say, being formed here for higher highs. And this R1 line, of course, not that we go again here, but anyway, this looks like forming kind of a top ceiling, and in that sense, also be careful with this one. So if we really spike high, you never know, just don't be too greedy on it. But again, it's still too early. Maybe the price returns, but then we should really do up to maybe more than, or up to 100% profit, which would be too enormous, but you never know. So anyway, we never do more than 15. We usually exit more than 15%. Usually 10% is the target, up to 10% even, because there are many stocks always you can screen, you can check, you can trade. You can always check at our channel as well. Be consistent, be strategic, and if you are successful in that, if you're successful multiple times trading positively, it means you have a good strategy. Just keep it and you will make your money with some time. So with this having said, good luck with Acasti Pharma. Very interesting chart, very bullish momentarily with its indicators, with candles behavior a little bit bearish, so we can trade on this balance. And as well as always, we say don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're first time watching this kind of videos. Also, please press the bell button, and this way you will not miss our new videos and new interesting discussions for US-based stocks.